Hey guys, now today what we're going to be talking about is mining Graft on a laptop. So is it going to be worth it for you to go out, get yourself a laptop and actually mine some Graft on it? Now I'm a web developer, as you probably already know, and I have quite a half decent website laptop here. So I've got the Nvidia GeForce GTX, I believe this is a 1050 Ti in this. And it also has, I don't know how well you can see that there, but it is a Intel i7 8th generation, which is the latest one. So, you know, it's a decent CPU. It's a kind of half decent graphics card for a laptop. And what I've done is, over the last few days, I've been mining Graft, and we're going to check out just what I got from mining for the last 3 hours today. But before we get into the actual figures, I just wanted to go through a little bit about what Graft is, if you don't already know, and also how you'd go about actually mining it yourself. So all you need to do is come across to the Graft website. This is graft.network. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll find a little section called miners. And all you need to do is click on the miners guide. And you get taken to this page where you can install the a network node, you can install the Cuda Nvidia thing for an Ubuntu server, or you can just go ahead, if you close this is the Windows mining guide. So as I was on Windows, obviously I installed the Windows guide. All you need to do is download something called Cuda. So as you can see here, this is the Cuda Setup. Stick that onto your laptop or your PC, whatever it is that you're using. And once that's installed, you'll need this one here. This is called XMR Stack. So this is specifically for mining Monero and Monero based coins, the Kryptonite 7 coins. And that's about it. Once you've got that, all else you need is you're going to need obviously a wallet. So you're going to need a Graft wallet. It was dead easy. You can just go to the Graft site itself, and over here you can download the wallets. You've got the mobile wallet. So I've got my wallet on my phone, on my iPhone, as well as on my laptop as well. And that is pretty much it. You just need your wallet. Your wallet, when you're configuring the initial setup, it just goes in a little text file. It's really easy. You just have your wallet address in there, and then as you mine, every time you get over 50 Graft, they just transfer it over to your wallet. It's dead simple. It's so easy. In fact, I'll just show you how easy it is right now. I don't know how well you can see this laptop screen, but all I'm going to do is just start up the miner. All you need to do is go to the folder. So I've got mine here in Documents. You've got the XMR Stack. And you just double click on it and it just starts up your miner. That's simple. It really is that easy to actually get involved in mining. It isn't difficult at all. But is it worth it? That, guys, is the question. Is it actually worth mining Graft on a laptop? As we can see here, it's 7 o'clock this morning. I'd already previously mined over the last 3 days 35 Graft, and that wasn't you know, the last few days solid mining 24/7. That's just on and off, by the way. And after 3 hours of constant mining, I had 37 Graft, or at least 37.09. And what is that exactly? So what that is, when you actually calculate it, is 2.07 Graft was mined over those 3 hours. And with Graft, with its current value right now of 0.024 cents, yeah, it's works out at basically 5 cents per Graft. But you have to bear in mind that the prices are always going up and down. In fact, if you just have a look at the price of Bitcoin at the minute, which has been dropping. So yep, here we see Bitcoin. You can see it's come down to almost 6,000. It come down to 6,149. Now you might be asking, my goodness, did anybody see this coming? Well, you know, I don't want to say I told you so, but here we are on Facebook, and a few days ago, this was May 28th, so even before June, I said we could be on the verge of taking a dip down to 6,000. And yeah, I was, well, I wouldn't want to sound spot on, you know, it was out by $100 or so, but basically what I see happening here, unless we see something major happen with Bitcoin, is it's probably going to come up to a sort of the 8.5 zone and then come back down, retest this sort of $6,000 barrier, and maybe take a dip down to 4.5, maybe even $3,000. Now the bad news is what is that going to do to the rest of the cryptocurrency market? It's going to be pulling it all down with it, right? So those of you that maybe heard me talk about Graft initially, we had it as a coin on the whale fuel module here on the masters section. Now this is a paid part of the site, so I can't talk too much about it. Graft is one of the coins I did mention in the early video, which is the way I'm so open and like to talk about Graft, no problem at all. So basically what the whale fuel module is every single month we have 12 coins that we pick as, we run this algorithm, okay? Because like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm a developer, so we created a tool, an algorithm to pick the 10 most undervalued coins each month, and then every single Sunday we release 3 of those coins to the members, and they're here in the whale fuel module. Now if you've bought into this and you've actually one of the members, all you need to do, you don't have to wait for us to send you out the package. I know I actually had a physical letter from somebody asking where their package was because they wanted to get the coins. But you don't need, all you need to do is actually just click on the Masters tab, log in, click on the Masters tab, and you'll be here. You can check out the 4 sections. All we're sending you in the mail is just one of the Bitcoin multipliers, an actual physical copy of that. And in there is a great, a great strategy for early investors, very low risk strategy, which can make very good money. In fact, last year I turned $500 into just over 10,000, or about 11,000 something or other by January. Very good system. And also along with that, we'll be sending you out one of these periodic tables of cryptocurrency, which has all the top 118 cryptocurrencies as of the 1st of January 2018, and all of their prices. So you can see on here, we've got Rayblox is on $16, Neo's on $72, and Ripple is over here on a whopping $2.22. So basically this is a great tool just to have a little bit of a glance at to see where prices are today and where they were at the beginning of the year. So I think that's a really cool poster. That's something that we're getting out to you guys. And Graft is the thing. So when we're looking at the price of Graft and mining Graft, yes, you know, right now it might be, what was it, 5 cents that like mined in 3 hours. But if Bitcoin goes down, it could pull the price of Graft down as well. So just bear that in mind if you're thinking of mining. The whole market really gets pulled about by Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up, great, we'll probably make even more profit. As for the electricity, in the morning at 7 AM, I used one of these little devices that you just basically stick into the plug socket before the plug of the device that you're using, and it just measures the kilowatt per hours or the amps or whatever it is that you want to check, and how much you, as in the UK, we actually pay for electric per kilowatt hour. This is what I'm checking out, so I want to know how many kilowatt hours I was using. And then again, checking it again 3 hours later at 10 AM, you can see that I've used 0.2 of a kilowatt. In fact, the actual numbers are here. I've worked it out so that the actual consumption was 0.217 of a kilowatt, and that's great, but what does that actually mean? Now, unfortunately, you know, the price is in dollars for Graft, and I pay in pounds because I'm here in the UK, so I pay 15 pence. But in dollars, that actually works out about 20 cents. So that means that for the cost of the electric was 4 cents for the electric. And if you remember, the Graft that we mined was 5 cents minus the 4 cents for the cost of electricity, means that, yes, it is absolutely profitable. Yep, you can mine 1 cent worth of Graft in 3 hours of mining. It is definitely possible, and if you were going to do it 24/7, you would be making yourself a massive 8 cents per day of Graft. That's pretty good. Okay, so it's profitable. The only problem that I can see really is that this laptop over here, it probably cost about $1,200. I don't know exactly what the exchange rate is, but at 8 cents per day, I'm looking somewhere in the region of 41, 42 years to actually make enough graft back to actually cover the cost of that laptop. So unfortunately, I've got to say, is it worth it? For me personally, I would say no. I think at some point that laptop is going to fail, and particularly some point in the next 42 years. I don't think I'm going to be using that in 42 years time. So for me, I don't think it's really a good idea to mine something like Graft on a laptop. In fact, probably it's not good for anything. You need to do it on a big mining rig, you know, something where you can just change components if they break, if they fail. Yeah, definitely. The only downside to that is obviously you need to know how to build a mining rig, plus also you need to actually have the money to buy the motherboard and the PCU, the PCIe slots and whatever, you know. There's a lot of stuff you need to buy, and it's very, very expensive, and you need a lot of technical knowledge to put it. So basically, guys, what I'm saying is there is a better way, but we'll be sharing that with you in another video. That's all for now, guys, and I shall see you again soon.